Make I they call her Zodi. Zodi, all the Zodiac now holy.
Hello, all you beautiful human beings. Welcome back to another amazing week with me, your girl, Zodi. If you are new to my channel, welcome. Make sure you put on that like, subscribe, notification button. So, couple of announcements before we start. Got my bachelor's degree, so that's a huge accomplishment for my ass. So, as I say to myself, never stop, going towards your dream and what you want to accomplish in life, because you never know where it could possibly get you. And doing this, I knew I could do it. Like, I knew I had the strive to finish this. I knew it. Not only that, because I had to pay for it, but I knew I wanted to do it. As a future entrepreneur, I said I want to do this, so I'm going to do it. But I got it, so I'm really happy about that. So we're about to finish the series of discussing Steven Universe in the next 3 episodes. But after that, we're still going to talk about crystals, obviously. But we're just going to be done with this segment of Steven Universe because the show is it's over now. So I should be done talking about Steven Universe. But we're going to continue to talk about crystals and meditation and spiritual stuff. But after Steven Universe is done, we're going to talk about different stuff. And then I'm going to get in my probably 1 to 5 part series when I basically talk about my Black observation. I've been discussing this with friends and myself and generally about my Black observation and how I view Black people in our history and where we are today. So I just, I talk a lot about this and just like, I'm very observant. I want to talk about it with you guys and see how you feel about it. And obviously we're going to talk about where we at right now as far as 2020 goes and everything like that. And that's going to be it so far. And also, let's get into our crystal talk for this week. We are going to be talking about Topaz. Golden Topaz, keywords are manifestation of personal intention with and desires. Chakra is going to be the solar plexus, the heart chakra. Element is going to be fire. Physical supports the small intestine, kidneys, bladder, and colon. Emotional helps align one's desires and divine will for true emotional satisfaction. Spiritual opens the door to Christ and consciousness and heart. So golden topaz is a stone of great value of enhancement of one's creativity, personal with ability to manifestation one's desire. It differs from white topaz and that the energies move more slowly and more grounded. It is an excellent stone for creating abundance within the context of what is appropriate for one's highest path. Going into Steven Universe, you guys. So Topaz is gross. Okay. So going into Steven Universe, obviously she is accompanying with Aquamarine to come and get everybody that Steven mentioned to Peridot when he was listing people that he know. He had Lars, his dad, Connie, Onion. Who else was there? I forgot. I can't think straight. But she, I guess you can't really call it she because they don't have a gender. So Topaz is coming from Homeworld, a company with Aquamarine, to get more humans for a pink zoo in episode Are You My Dad? Topaz is very silent and aloof. She is basically an obedient soldier, clearly respecting the gym hierarchy. She obeys Aquarine's orders, but she, as quoted by Miss Rebecca Sugar, she is particularly powerful. She shows a little bit emotion, like kind of towards the end of Stuck Together after hearing Stephen and Lars's conversation. So after she separates from herself, because she's basically a larger Topaz, so she separates herself, and then I guess she hears Lars and Stephen conversation. She kind of gets a little bit emotional, and she decides to let all the other humans go. So she's very vulnerable in emotion, and she's willing to fulfill her assignment, whatever it is. So when the Crystal Gems were basically trying to save Steven, Topaz still had the humans, Connie and everybody inside of her, and she was willing to, get them killed. She didn't really care. She was being bold as fuck. She's being bold as fuck about whatever. She's like, I got a mission to take care of. I don't care if anybody in my body gets hurt. I got something to do. I have something to accomplish. But again, as she was listening to Stephen and Lars' conversation, her aspect completely changed in a way that's like, oh my gosh, why am I doing this? I actually care. Let these people go and go about their business. But so she let them go, and unfortunately Lars and Steven ended up staying behind because Lars is being kind of a punk in the eyes. Again, as I said before, I'm completely still learning about I'm learning for myself and getting more knowledge of different spiritual stuff, meditation stuff, and learning about, now I want to learn about like gods and goddesses, especially when dealing with African, not that white stuff, like African type goddesses. Because if you haven't already, please, if you don't got Disney Plus, go try to ask somebody if you can use their Disney Plus. Go watch Black is King, because I thought it was absolutely phenomenal, and I praise Beyonce for all the hard work that she put in. She said she did this for like over a year. It was based off the Lion King, and it was absolutely wonderful to watch. And the aspect of it, when you really look into it, it's like you have a boy growing up to be king, and he's going through these phases of how he is growing up and becoming king. And well, I ain't gonna give you spoilers, but go watch it. It's really good, and I always enjoy watching her work. She is such an amazing, hardworking, and she has a beautiful spirit that I think people like to downplay her. Sorry. I think people like to downplay her, but I really don't care, because she's like an amazing person, and the work that she does is absolutely phenomenal. But yeah, go check that out. If you have any questions or comments that you would like to leave for me, please do so. And again, make sure you go to the links about crystals and meditation, and I will answer any questions that you have about it, and I will ask you guys questions, because it never hurts to learn more about stuff that you're not really familiar with and you didn't know about. Okay, so let's get into this week's poem, you guys. So this one is called Socially In Tuned. It reels you in like a magnet. It's tragic. It must be an addiction. Are you auditioning for the world? Posing while you posting for the world. Scrolling up and down like it's a magic to you. Glamorous to you. Can't you put your phone down? Time is ticking. Wait, as I hear that clicking, that ping, triggering you. But are the... Okay. So let's get into this week's poem. It's called Socially In Tune. It reels you in like a magnet. It's tragic. It must be an addiction. Are we auditioning for the world? Posing and posting for the world, scrolling up and down. It's magic to you, glamorous to you. Can't you put your phone down? Time is ticking. Wait, can't you hear that clicking, that ping triggering you? But are there triggers aiming at you? Maybe it's a message, notification, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. They're all crooks. Can't you take a look of what's in front of you? Maybe read a book. They're just controlling our minds, trying to look at yourself and unwind. Time is ticking, clicking, ping. There goes another one. It's a drug. Can't help but to look instead of facing the world. Life is ever changing world. What does it matter if you can't face it? Are you thinking straight or are you looking straight at your phone? Does the world matter to you or is it just the media? It's tragic. I can't help to say that it was a drug to me. It's tragic, tugging at me, feeding for it every day, scrolling up and down, same bullshit, hoping, waiting for some satisfaction, gravitating. It's sad. Posing while you posting. Does anyone really care? I see them staring like robots. They're just reeling you in, all because they want you to make that money flow, waiting for that glow up. Or are you just waiting to see that blow up? Posing while you posting. I see you just want them to know your name. It's a shame. Are we all to blame? This drug, it's an addiction. Fingers are scrolling up and down. Time is ticking. Oh, there goes that clicking. I'm just thinking outside the box while your face is staring into a small box. The world is changing. It's just reeling you in. Posing while you posting. So, let's get into the realness of that poem. So, you guys, the social media is very, very addicting, especially nowadays since people are going through quarantine and the election is in what, couple months, 4 months from now? No, today's August. Jesus, it's August already. No, it's 3 months from now. Actually, is it really? Wow. Anyways, yeah. So we're going into quarantine and elections in like 3 months, and I just think that the social media is constantly triggering us to just constantly look at Instagram and Facebook every single day about the same old bullshit. You got Kanye West going through shit, and I feel in my heart of hearts something is mentally wrong with that man. Truly, like, he needs not only Jesus, he needs to go see a therapist because what he's been saying on social media is, I'm confused. Like, why are you saying all these things just because you're trying to get people to support you when you're trying to be president? You say something about Harriet Tubman helping black people to go work for white people. Like, who says something like that? Like, and you're saying all this stuff about Kim trying to abort your child. I don't know what he's going through, but he really needs Jesus at this point, or he needs to go see a therapist. But we expose ourselves on social media so much that I feel like it's controlling us, that we don't really actually look outside of it and actually see what's outside the world. We don't see the beauty and the joy that not looking at your phone every single day, that it can bring out of you, especially like, this is me all the time. I adore nature. I am a completely nature freak. I can look at the sky for so long and just be mesmerized about different shit. Like, I'll be mesmerized about the clouds and all how it's shaped, and I'm just like thinking to myself, God created this artwork for me to look at, and it's beautiful. But other than that, social media, I feel like it's like controlling our minds in a way that you never thought it could. Like, I've been like looking at different stuff. I'm just like, it was one thing that I used to watch when I was younger, and I regret it to this day watching this shit. I don't know if some of you have. I'm pretty sure I'm on YouTube. Everybody knows who the fuck Shane Dawson is. Everybody knows who he is, who is on YouTube. And I'm just looking at other YouTubers, and I'm just thinking to myself, why did me and my best friend watch this? I'm not gonna say he's evil, but it was something completely wrong with him. To the fact that he would do all this stuff. Obviously, at the time, I didn't think any of it when I should have. Him constantly doing blackface. Him constantly making out with his dogs and his cats and his animals. And him constantly talking to children like they were adults. Like, and I'm just thinking to myself, our minds were not completely open. We just thought it was funny at the time. And I'm just like in shock mode. Like, why the fuck did I watch this shit? Like, why? In what world of what he's doing is okay to do? Like, in what world was that shit okay? And I just, after his so what apology, I'm just like, I can't do this. What you've done, and it's like, what the fuck? Like, in what world is that shit okay? It's not. It in no human possible way is that okay for somebody to do. Like, you're a grown ass man talking to children, and you have enablers who are just routing you up with this. Even your mother it was okay for her to say nigga. And it was black people, and I'm like if it was me, oh, all hell finna break loose. You think that shit's okay to call me a nigga, like in front of my face, like right here? You think that shit's okay? It's not. So I said, I can't fuck with this dude. I can't. It's like, why did I watch this shit? Why? If you have anything to add or would like to speak on anything that I have listed, please feel free to do so. But I am sending all my positivity to you guys, on my thoughts, my love, and again, I love you guys for watching me every week. I mean, to the subscribers I do have, I love you. You're amazing. Again, sending all my positive vibes, my positive energy to you and yours. I will see you guys next week for another amazing week with me, your girl Zodi. I love you. I'm out.